What's up, guys? What's going on? We got another video for you today. We're going to be talking about Big Pun, the Punisher, the rapper. Um, let's get into this. Life as Big Pun. The Bronx bombers rise, struggles, and legacy. Imagine waking up in a modest Bronx home. The weight of the world literally presses down on you. That's what life might have felt like for Christopher Lee Rios, better known as Big Pun, the groundbreaking Puerto Rican rapper who burst onto the hip hop scene in the late 90s. Born on November 10th, 1971, in South Bronx, Pun became the first solo Latino artist to go platinum. But his story is a mix of triumph, heartbreak, and everyday battles. From his rough childhood to his meteoric fame, let's dive into what it was like being Big Pun. His routines, stresses, joys, family, pre-fame hustle, and some lesser-known facts that paint a fuller picture of a man behind the mic. Pun's childhood was far from easy, shaping the resilient yet troubled adult that he became. Growing up in the Soundview neighborhood with Puerto Rican parents, he had at least two sisters and a brother. As a kid, he was active and athletic, loving baseball and boxing, sports that kept him moving and built his tough exterior. But home life was chaotic. His mother struggled with heroin addiction, and his stepfather was violently abusive, leading Pun to sell drugs and live on the streets at times. At just 5 years old, he broke his leg in a park accident, later winning a big settlement from New York City that helped him start fresh as an adult. By 15, he left home due to turmoil, dropping out of Stevenson High School and facing homelessness in the late 80s. These early hardships fueled his depression, but they also sparked his passion for self-education. He became an avid reader and hip-hop, where he found an outlet for his pain. Before fame hit, Pun's life was a grind of survival and underground creativity. In his late teens and early 20s, he didn't hold traditional jobs mentioned in records, but poverty was a constant. He hustled on the streets, sometimes selling drugs to get by, while pouring energy into music. Starting in the 80s, he wrote lyrics under the name Big Moondog and formed the group Full Eclipse, with pals like Lyrical Assassin, Joker Jams, and Tomb. They recorded tracks that never saw full official release, but it honed his skills. He also dabbled in breakdancing, a Bronx staple. I couldn't see him breakdancing, that's crazy. By the early 90s, his weight had ballooned from 180 pounds at 18 to 300 pounds at 21. Yeah, that's crazy. Due to stress eating as a young dad and it was his coping mechanism. Interestingly, he once dreamed of bodybuilding, hitting the gym, even using steroids to bulk up, but it spiraled into obesity instead. His big break came in 1995 when he met Fat Joe, who spotted his talent and featured him on Watch Out. From there, Pun joined Terror Squad and signed with Loud Records, paving the way for 1998 debut album, Capital Punishment. Family was a cornerstone for Pun. Though complicated by his demons, he married his junior high sweetheart, Lisa Rios, in 1990. Using his settlement money to buy a home, they had 3 kids: Amanda, born on 1991, now entrepreneur star Rios, Vanessa, 1993, and Christopher Jr., 1994, rapper Chris Rivers. Pun often spoke lovingly of them in interviews, but Lisa later revealed a darker side. She described being a battered wife for 12 years, including a filmed incident of abuse. Despite this, she stood by him, though through poverty and fame, and after his death, she auctioned his Terror Squad medallion in 2005 due to financial woes, claiming no royalties. Pun's family extended his legacy. His son, Chris, carries on the lyrical torch, and a 2021 street naming Big Pun Plaza honored him with loved ones present. What about daily routines? Details are scarce, but we can piece together a picture from his life and health struggles. Mornings likely started slow, especially as his weight climbed to nearly 700 pounds. My God. Oh, shit. Computer, just for the Filipino people here. What is 700 pounds in kilograms?
700 pounds is equivalent to 317.51 kilograms.
Yeah, 372. That's crazy. Kilograms. That's insane. He couldn't tie his own shoes and often felt exhausted. So perhaps he'd wake up with Lisa and the kids grabbing a big breakfast. I bet he ate a big breakfast. Food and both comfort and curse. Food was both comfort and curse. Afternoons might involve studio time. By the late 90s, he recorded verses from bed due to mobility issues, sometimes falling asleep mid-sentence. What the heck? He'd collaborate with Fat Joe or Terror Squad, crafting those breathless flows that wowed everyone. Evenings could mean family dinners. He was a talented chef who loved cooking for loved ones or rare performances. Though his size limiting touring, nights might end with comic books, a passion that inspired his Punisher name from the Marvel character. But as health declined, routines revolved around rest. He canceled a Saturday Night Live gig days before dying because he felt unwell. That's too bad. Stress is pulled up like his pounds. Childhood trauma and depression led to overeating, creating a vicious cycle. Fame brought pressure, promotions exhausted him, and doctors ordered bed rest after capital punishment. He hid eating habits from friends, arguing about his weight constantly. Health woes peaked in 1999. He lost 100 pounds at Duke University, but quit and regained it, leading to heart failure at 28 on February 7th, 2000. Personal regrets like domestic violence echoing his upbringing added emotional weight. He always carried guns, reflecting paranoia from the street life. Yet Pun found joy in simple things, big things. Rapping was his ultimate pleasure, his wordplay, like the iconic "Dead in the Middle of Little Italy" line, showcased genius that peers like Nas compared to Biggie and Pac. He beamed with pride for his Puerto Rican roots, draping in the flag and paving the way for Latino rappers. Family moments, cooking meals, and comic books brought smiles, a lesser-known joy. He tried brokering a peace between Bronx and Harlem rap factions when Dipset was forming. Fun facts, he once did a little-known collab album called Half Ton of Tear, likely with Fat Joe vibes, and his playful personality shone despite his size. He was humorous with friends. Another gem, a mural by Tat's crew, immortalized him in the Bronx after death. Being Big Pun meant navigating extremes from street kid to hip-hop icon. Joy in rhymes amid crushing stress. His legacy lives through music, through his music, family, and barriers he broke. Though gone too soon, Pun's story reminds us of resilience and cost of unchecked struggles. Alright. Well, that one is about Big Pun. And I just think that's crazy that he was 700 pounds, man. That's so big. That's crazy, bro. Jeez. So what the heck? So he got hit by, what happened when he was 5? What's the rebet on that one? And then he got a settlement from the city. I'm so curious about how big that settlement was. He bought a house with it later. How do you get a settlement when you're 5? And so his parents didn't take any of that money or what? Yeah, I want to know. I'm curious as shit. Alright, we're gonna look it up real quick. Holy shit. What the hell? Alright, I got something for you. He received approximately $500,000, y'all. He was 5 years old, and he got $500,000. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Alright, so here we go. Big Pun, whose name was Christopher Lee Ross, received a settlement of approximately $500,000 from a lawsuit filed by his mother for a broken leg he sustained while playing in the park when he was just 5. The incident occurred in 1976, and the settlement was significant enough to help him financially during his early years. But he bought a house later with the same money that he got when he was 5. $500,000 is a lot of money, though. But, damn, that's crazy. Anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comment section. And I appreciate y'all. Be sure to check out my sponsors. If you click the link down in the description, it's the simple.bio link. It'll take you to all my affiliate links where you can get free crypto on deposit. At Coinbase, deposit $20, get $30. You know, that's more than double your money, right? And then on Uphold, deposit $100, get $20. Also get some nice, handsome deposit bonuses at BitTrue and BTCC and Pionex. Go check them out, guys. Link is there. Just click the link. The link in the description, the simple.bio link, it'll lead you to all the links. I appreciate y'all. And also check out saddleall.net, where you can learn how to get entries for my big weekly $100 giveaway that we do every Friday, guys. So I wish you luck. The more you do to support my channels, the more entries you get, the better odds of you getting a nice big piece of that $100 giveaway. But check out how to do it there at SantaHall.net. You can also check and see how many entries you have. You can keep track there. So, alright. Smash up the like, subscribe, guys, and we will see you guys on the next one. And share out with your friends, alright? Share it out, share it out. Alright, peace.